Give us the big finale, Raichu!
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now, just want to say right away, apologies in advance, as you know, we got a bit busy, and so the backlog of games started to really grow. And you know, I wanted to keep up with the Wi-Fi leaks, as those game recordings, you know, the only way people see them is if you actually output that video. So I wanted to keep ahead of those, but in light of that, a lot of the showdown replays and post-game commentaries have kind of built up. So apologies for that. But with that out of the way, we are here with week 3's action against our good friend Peyton, aka Coach Measly of the Sootopolis City Sceptiles. Now, he has been absolutely tearing up this league. Like, he is an absolute menace with these strats that he's been cooking up. Like, these mons that he's drafted, absurd, the power levels that they can reach, like unbelievable. So if you want to go check out the Teambuilder video that I have in the description, it's going to just lay out what we brought against him this week, kind of lay out his team, do a little bit of analysis there. But we're just going to hop straight into the replay. There's no live commentary for this one, as the game was a little bit too long. So we're just going to go through and do a little bit of on-the-fly commentating so we can both sort of remember what exactly happened. So let's go check it out. Hello and welcome everybody to week 3 of the APDL. Now, this game's a little bit ago, so we're going to have to bear with me, as we're both going to experience this, a little trip down memory lane. Now, looking at this team, Peyton, you absolute demon. He's got the Slurpuff, the Jolteon, Hitmonchan, Nidoqueen, Bastiodon, and Porygon 2. Such tanky dudes. But we got ourselves a bit of a team here as well. Really excited to see how the Cryogonal absolutely walls out the Nidoqueen. And, you know, Bruxish is cool, Chandelure's cool. All of it is sick. So let's hop right into it. So I start things off with Piloswine. He starts things off with this absolute trace machine. He traces Thick Fat, already a great play. So he misses the Toxic. That is massive. We get up a Roar. Don't know what this thing's supposed to do. He goes into Porygon 2 again. Not sure. We get the Earthquake off, get a nice crit. You know, things are going pretty good. Now, I know he's just going to go for a Toxic, so I just let it happen. We get off the rocks. And now he starts going for recovers. We get off the Roar. In comes a Jolteon. That thing does not want to stay in against us. He gets that off. I thought about going for another Roar, but I wanted to swap in to our Olaf here. Get off a nice Toxic. Get Terastallized into a Steel type. So now we can't get Toxic. Things are going good. Tri-Attack comes. Does nothing. We're feeling great. So in comes the Raichu. I'm expecting a swap here. And so now we can figure out what he wants to do. We're going Screens Raichu this time, so he knocks off our Light Clay, but we're able to get off the Reflect already, so that's nice. We get a Scald going. We do not get the burn, unfortunate. We try Discharge. We don't get the Paralysis, unfortunate, as he gets up Sticky Webs. Sticky Webs are a little bit of a problem, as he pairs that with Yawn. What a demon. So we can't even like reliably swap in and spin, as we're gonna be on a bit of a sleep counter, as every single time we try and swap in, he's just playing this it's so diabolical. At this point, I thought about staying in, but I just could not endure that. So this is the first problem that arises. Porygon has Trace. We only have like fire moves and maybe like a Hex. So like this thing's a normal type. We can't hit it with ghost moves, and it has Flash Fire, so we can't hit it with fire moves. So basically we can't touch this thing as long as we're in. So Fire Blast, nothing. I mean, we're getting the Toxic damage off, which is sick, but this is where I go for a Fire Blast, as he probably thinks I'm going to switch. I'm not gonna lie, in this moment I remember that I was influenced by chat a little bit. Ends up paying off, but man, like, just such a weird play. I end up going for the Fire Blast. It ends up working out. So that feels good. But the Scarfed boy, just putting in work. We go into our dedicated switch of Nidoqueen. We get the Rabbit spin-off. You know, with that steel, he's got the flamethrower, which is massive. We go for the freeze dry. He goes for the earth power, expecting the switch. Probably could have just flamethrower it again, but now he's at the point where he has to switch, and now we're back to a little bit of this waiting game, as he's probably just gonna go for recover. I probably could have just stayed in and started chipping this thing down, which is probably the better play, but you know, you live and you learn. Now this is where I'm actually falling asleep at the wheel. Looking back on this game, it's actually really painful, as you see me hit an earthquake and the levitate, as I totally forget Trace is a thing. I do it again. Why'd I do it again? Why? I actually can't read. So that's, you know, maybe this is just one giant play to get the toxic racking up. He swaps, trying not to get that damage. I just start going for screens. He goes for a nice little volt switch, and we're in this like long game. I can't believe my 3 pillows flying away like that. So the Scald comes out. The pressure is being exerted. All of that stuff. Discharge, all of it. Recovers. Apparently getting twice as the amount of PP being stalled. Starts going for more recovers. Great. Do the double back. Figuring out what this thing wants to do. He's going for shadow balls. We're really just trying to maneuver, figure out what to do. We're gonna get screens up, as again our light clay was knocked off, so we're just trying to navigate, and this stupid fluff ball comes back in, trying to get those webs up. I know this thing's gonna try and get webs up, like, so annoying. Slurpuff, webs, yep. Now this thing can just start wishing, start doing other things, starts yawning. I mean, the toxic damage racking up, but so at this point, the volt switch, we do eat it. And then comes the absolute tech. We get the speed boost from Rapid Spin. We hit the Bastiodon. But we die to Rocky Helmet. And then after dying to Rocky Helmet, the webs remain. What an absolute tech. So now we don't get the webs off because the Rocky Helmet chip goes first. That is just so unfortunate. So now at this point we are slow as balls. So we just try and get in with the clowning, get some stuff going. He starts going for some yawns, all of that good stuff. And you know, at this point I can either fall asleep or I can just take with the Nidoqueen. I don't want that thing doing anything. So we're at the point at the mercy of Jolteon. We just stick in, as we don't want anything just taking a straight T-Bolt. As you know, that's understandable. And so now we're in this absolute 3v3 where, you know, we're trying to get off the screens. We're trying to do what we can. Get off some nice chip damage, get the good burn on Jolteon. But it's just so hard. I probably should have just let this thing die. But I'm just trying to get some use out of the Chandelure. He gets the para, which is actually so unfortunate, as now we just can't outspeed anything. So that's a little tough. But again, we can't touch this thing. So we have to swap. He gets the freest recover of his life, goes for a Shadow Ball. Luckily, we eat that. And now here's the 50-50 game, as Chino versus a Rocky Helmet is just not fun. And I thought that he was going to switch immediately into Bastiodon. Now, Rock Blast is non-contact, so I was just hoping for like a little bit of chip. If I just went for straight tail slap, this thing would have died. We could have gotten it out of the way, and we could have maybe navigated the end game a little bit. Now we hit the tail slap, of course, as we just completely shoot ourselves. And like, look at this wall of text. Like, we're just smacking ourselves in the face right now. Great play, but like, damn. We go for the T-Wave, we miss the T-Wave. Nothing is going our way, as just the demon, Bastiodon. Nothing can get through this thing. It's so good. The Terra, the Scald, you don't care about water moves? What are you doing? Chandelure comes out. You know, we're just trying. You know, we get the Flamethrower, the Consolation kill, but at this point, again, the Porygon 2, we're at its mercy. The flash fire, we're paralyzed. He gets the shadow ball, and ultimately Mr. Measly takes us out 1-0 with absolute styling Porygon. The tanky Bastiodon. My goodness, what a demonic team. So good. So GG's again to you, Peyton. Always fun playing against you. And man, we got our work cut out if anyone wants to take down this absolute juggernaut this season, as it's so cool, the team you've made. And yeah, we're gonna have our work cut out for us. But we now go to 2-1 with the record, as after this we play against the Castleton Cosmogs, so that'll be fun. So GG's again. Thank you all for putting up with me and the lateness of these uploads, but figured that I wanted to get over the games and just kind of run through them just for that completeness sake, you know? So GG's again to you, Peyton, and good luck with the rest of this season. So peace out, guys. Thank you for tuning in. As always, like, subscribe, anything you'd like to do, and really appreciate you guys sticking around for these games. So peace out, and we'll catch you in the next one.